Hey, just one thing before we begin with the video. If you like harsh electronic music, please check out The Matrix is Real by Malumo. It's available on Bandcamp as a digital download version as well as a limited edition cassette version. So if you like that kind of stuff, please go to malumo.bandcamp.com. Thanks! Hello guys and girls out there, wherever you are. Welcome to another totally random video. And yes, today's video is once again Minidisc related. Today I want to talk about a very important aspect when it comes to Minidiscs and recording Minidiscs. It is keeping your Minidisc devices clean. With a Minidisc, people tend to forget that cleaning is a very important thing. People always think, well, a minidisc is like a CD, so that means there is no physical contact, and therefore it doesn't matter if something is dirty or not. But that's not really true. I know there are cleaning discs out there, but the ones that you can still find at a reasonable price are cleaning discs that only clean the lens of the minidisc device. But people have been asking me where they can find those kind of cleaning discs. Yeah, as you can tell, this is a lens and head cleaner. So this is a disc that is also cleaning the record head of your minidisc recorder, which is the most important thing. It's the most important part that you should clean, because the record head is the only part that really actually physically touches, that is really physically touching the minidisc, because it touches the surface of the minidisc, and that way you can record something. So yeah, as you can see, there is this little knob inside here which is holding the minidisc up. So this is to prevent the fiber brush from getting bent. So here we have the fiber brush, and of course if that fiber brush is bent too much, it doesn't really clean the lens. And as you can tell, the fiber brush isn't really located at the direct beginning of the minidisc. And when you get this disc, it is blank. So you have to record something onto this minidisc first until you have the enough music so that the fiber brush and the lens are really aligned. Because if you play it like that, the fiber brush is probably only cleaning half of the lens instead of the entire lens. And on this side we have the cleaning surface for the record head. So as you can tell, there is some kind of a white layer on top. And the thing is, I know many people want to know where to get those things. I know those cleaning discs are rare. I know that those particular ones that also clean the record head are extremely rare, and when you can find them, they are also very expensive. But the good news is that you shouldn't use those cleaning discs anyway. I mean, at least not the ones that clean your record head. So you don't have to waste your money on those kind of cleaning discs, because those discs are complete garbage. Yeah, they are complete garbage. Just like with cleaning tapes. You know, there are cleaning tapes for cassette players or cassette recorders where many people say, hey, you shouldn't use them. They scratch and damage your tape heads. Well, the same thing goes for those kind of cleaning discs. They scratch and permanently damage your record head. And that's not a good thing. You see, if you have a dirty mini disc, we know that this could damage the record head, and it could also damage the disc itself because the disc gets scratched, and then you cannot record anything on this disc anymore, or you have recording errors and stuff like that. And whenever there is dirt on a mini disc or on the record head and you record something on this disc, you can hear that weird scraping, scratching kind of sound, and you know immediately that there is something wrong and it's not good. So that scratching sound when there is dirt isn't a good sign. But when you record something on that mini disc, it sounds terrible. You have this constant scratching and scraping. It sounds like sandpaper, and that can't be good when we talk about a very delicate piece of equipment like a mini disc recorder and a fragile thing like the record head. Not to mention the fact that this white stuff on that mini disc, it also gets stuck inside the record head, which is also not a very good thing. So you're basically just replacing dirt with other dirt. So it is kind of weird. And I had mini disc recorders that started to fail, and the more often I used those cleaning discs, the more often it would fail and eventually completely stop working. So I totally don't recommend those kind of cleaning discs. So if you want to clean your mini disc device, depending on what kind of a device it is, if it is a portable mini disc recorder, you can just open the lid and just use a cotton stick and some rubbing alcohol to clean the lens, to gently clean the lens and the record head, and then you should be fine. If you have a mini disc device with a disc loading mechanism, well then of course you have to take the device apart so that you can reach the lens and the record head with the Q-tip. And yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that you can do, and it's the best and safest way to clean your mini disc devices. And depending on how often you record something, I recommend that you clean your mini disc device at least once a year. So yeah, that is all I have to say about cleaning your mini disc devices. But just as important as cleaning your mini disc device is cleaning the mini discs themselves. Because even if you think, well, those mini discs, they are enclosed in those nice cartridges, there is no dust and no dirt that gets onto the mini disc. Well, that's wrong, because yeah, a mini disc, it is open when you put it inside, and it is also open right here, so dust and dirt can get inside a mini disc. And I can show you what dust and dirt can do to a mini disc. Okay, so this is what a normal mini disc is supposed to look like. Oh, let's maybe move it like that. So yes, there is a little bit of dirt on it, but after all, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, and this is what dust and dirt can do to a mini disc. It's terrible. So that's not my mini disc. This is a mini disc that I got from the internet. And sometimes when you purchase used mini discs, you don't know what to expect, and then you get stuff like this. And of course, even if I would try to clean that mini disc, it still would be scratched, and I would probably still have some recording errors and reading errors and stuff like that. So it's very unlikely that I can use this mini disc. But you know, that's the way it is. You have to check your mini discs before you record them if they are used mini disc. I mean, if it's a new mini disc which is still sealed, then of course you don't have those kind of problems unless your mini disc device is really dirty. But yeah, when you purchase used mini discs on the internet, make sure to check the mini discs. Also, I have this mini disc right here, which is very weird and very odd because it looks like it is wet inside, and I have yet to figure out what exactly that stuff is, because it doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't dry. And I have no idea what it is, but you know, if you look at this mini disc and you think, oh, it's a nice disc, and you put it in, and then it is some kind of grease or oil or whatever, well, imagine what that would do to your record head. That's not a good thing. I have no idea what that stuff is. Maybe it's some kind of WD-40, or I don't know. How do you get stuff like that inside a mini disc? I mean, if it would be water, it would dry over time, but I have this mini disc for about at least 2 months right now, and it still is kind of wet. So pretty bad. And here we have yet again another example. So I have those two mini discs, right? So this is the normal clean mini disc, as you can tell. And then we have this mini disc, which looks almost clean, but when we look against the sunlight, we can see there is some kind of a weird, it is now focusing on the reflection, but there is some kind of weird white stuff on the surface. So if we compare it to this one, there is something on it. I don't know if I can, there you can see it. Here it's nice and clear, and here there is some foggy, some white stuff on it, and I have also absolutely no idea what it is, because it really affects the entire surface of the disc. So not just the part where the record head is, but also the part on the inside. So those are the things that you have to look out for, and here you can also see the color difference. So those are the things that you have to look out for when you get a new mini disc device and when you get used mini discs. And the strange thing is, I recall I was searching for cleaning discs on eBay, and I recall seeing something that was called a mini disc cleaner. So a little gadget where you put a mini disc inside, and then you can use this gadget to clean the mini disc. But I didn't got it. There were a few of them available, and now I was searching and I just couldn't find it anymore. So maybe somebody has some info as to what those things actually are, where to get those things. If it really is something for mini disc, I recall that there was something inside that could fit into the center of a mini disc to hold the mini disc, and I recall that you had to turn this thing, and there were some gears inside, so something that turns the mini disc, and then wiping it or cleaning it, I don't know, but there is something like a mini disc cleaner, a little gadget that is called a mini disc cleaner, and I am still looking for that. So yeah, that's it. And I hope that video was informative. I hope I could help you to prolong the life of your mini discs and your mini disc devices. And yeah, I see you in the next totally random video. Bye.